Hello, everybody. This is Georgiana and Meredith from Creativity for Kids, and today we are going to be unboxing the Grow and Glow Terrarium. So I'm going to let Meredith take it away.
Hello, friends. Welcome. I'm so happy to be crafting with you this afternoon. And like Georgiana said, we're opening up our Grow and Glow Terrarium. And why it's a Grow and Glow Terrarium is because it comes with glow in the dark stickers over here. So hopefully we can get to that point and show you how well they glow. So let's go ahead and open up our box. Okay, so let's get that overhead video going and we can see what we have. Here we are. So we've got some chia seeds. We've got some grass seeds. We have our little misting bottle that you'll have to put some water in. We have our adorable little figurines. This is a little fire. Ooh, cute. And our little friendly raccoon who is toasting marshmallows. So those go together. We have our terrarium, and this terrarium has cool little stars cut out in the lid, and that's helpful for letting in light and air circulation. We have all of our colorful stones, our white stones, our blue stones, our purple stones, our soil, and our handy dandy instructions, as well as our stickers. Yay! Okay, so these blue ones are the ones that glow in the dark. And then you have all these other friendly little animal stickers and woodsy type stickers for your terrarium. So let's go ahead. Now, if you do not have water on hand, go ahead and go get some, or you can just go ahead and fill up your little garden mister. That'll be helpful with some water. And if you do not have this kit at home, that's okay. You can just use any kind of container that has like clear sides. You can get some soil from your garden center and some seeds that you'd like to grow. And we do recommend chia seeds because they do grow quite quickly. And these are grass seeds and those grow nice and tall. And then this is kind of like Aquarium Gravel. So you might be able to find this at your local Michael's or even a pet store. So let's start. All right. What is a terrarium? A terrarium is a miniature garden created in an artificial environment. Small plants, rocks, and garden-themed accessories are often included. So that's another good point. If you do not have this kit at home and you want to put cute little things that you have around your house, like little action figures or maybe little, I don't know, pets or something, you can put those in there to decorate. These gardens are planted as a fun hobby or for educational purposes. Okay. Get ready to grow. Lay out some newspaper or paper towels to work on. This will help keep your area clean while you plant. Okay, move all this stuff out of the way. And we'll put down some paper towels. There we go. Okay, so before you begin, open the bag of potting mix and add a half cup of water. Squish the bag until the potting mix clumps up together like clay. So here's our potting mix, and it comes in a resealable bag. Now we're going to be using the entire bag of potting mix for this, so you actually won't need to put it back in there, but now you'll have a cool little resealable bag if you need it at some point. All right, so half cup of water, and I do have some water on hand right here. Let's see, how much do I have? Well, I'm not sure, but I have done this before, so I know the consistency we're going for. All right. Now, I just added the water. Let's see if we can get a front-facing shot here. And now all you do, thank you, Georgiana, that was perfect. All you do is you squish it, and it should start to feel kind of like clay. So it starts sticking together. And if you see any loose soil, like in the cracks of the bag, just squish the moist soil down by the loose soil. And this, once it starts sticking together like this, you know it's pretty much ready to go. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'll set that down for a second. We're gonna open up our terrarium, and it just unscrews just like that. We're gonna layer the potting mix, sand and stones as shown in our instructions here. So I will show you here. The potting mix will go down here. Boop, boop, boop. And then the sand, and the glowing sand is the purple and the blue sand. And then a layer of rocks, and then more potting mix. So we're gonna put in only like half of the potting mix, and then our sand, our rocks, and then more potting mix. So here we go. Pour. There we go. And you can use your hand or whatever other tool you have that might push the potting mix down to make your first layer. So you might want to have a couple paper towels on hand just to wipe off your fingers. Okay, so we have our layer one down. Next is our glowing sand. Now, further along in the instructions, it says to use the mister bottle and water or dampen each layer as you go, and that will help keep all the layers in place. So I will go ahead and do that. So I'm going to load up our little mister bottle with some water. I think I'd like some more water. So I'll put more water in here. It's just easier to pour the water in here, either from a faucet, or if you have a little container that has a little pour spout, it makes it easier. Just like that. Okay. And then you just mist. Yeah. So that'll help keep our soil where we want it. Okay, so our purple and our blue sand, like I mentioned, is glow in the dark. And these come in resealable bags as well. So if you don't want to use all of it right now at once, you don't have to. Maybe you want to save some for another craft in the future. I'm going to save some just so I can put some more up on top, just for like special effects. So I'm going to use almost all of it, but then keep some of it for the very top. Open it up like that. And I'm going to pour and spin. Pour. And I'm focusing mainly around the outside of the jar so you can see it. You'll be able to see it from the edges or from the outside of your terrarium jar. Okay, so I saved only about this much, and I'll just use that as decoration on top. So if you've ever done sand art, this is kind of like sand art where you layer different colors of sand and it looks really cool. So this is kind of like that. But you also get to grow something too, so that's kind of cool. All right, spin and pour, spin and pour. And I love this terrarium because it represents nighttime in the woods. So our stickers are constellations. And here we go. I'm going to save this much for the top. Actually, that's a lot. Maybe I'll use a little bit more. Okay, I'll save that much. All right, and we're going to mist again to keep those in place. There we go. And then we need our white rocks. And these, I'm just going to use all of them because I'm not going to put any on top as decoration. So again, spin and pour, spin and pour. And these different size rocks, they actually really help with when you water your seeds, it will help keep some moisture inside your terrarium as they go through the different size of the rocks. Okay, so now we have our white rocks. We need to put our potting mix on top because that's where our seeds are going to grow. Oop. All right, and again, we'll just kind of gently push it down like that. And as you're pushing it down, you might see wetness on the inside of your jar, and that's from our misting bottle. As we misted, we got some wetness inside the jar, but that is common, and it will just go away basically. So not a big deal. And just wipe off my hand. Okay, so now's the time we get to put our chia and our wheatgrass seeds in there. Actually, first I have to mist again. Mist, mist, mist. We're making it all really nice and comfortable for our seeds to want to grow. So they like a little bit of moisture and a little bit of light, and that is the recipe for seeds to grow. So we're sprinkling a few chia seeds. Now in the past, I've sprinkled more than a few chia seeds. And when you sprinkle more than a few chia seeds, they don't grow so well. So you have to just sprinkle a few, not all of them. So in order to help me regulate that, I'm using a spoon. So I'm just going to get some chia seeds, like not a lot, like this many chia seeds, oops, and just sprinkle them inside. Because if you have too many, it really is hard for our chia seeds to grow. They kind of get in competition with each other and then nobody ends up growing. All right, and then we need our wheatgrass. So the wheatgrass seeds are a little bit larger and they're easier to see inside the soil. So again, I'm just going to use my spoon and just grab a couple, like this many, and just sprinkle them in like that. And then what it says to do is kind of push them down into the soil. And you can use the end of a pencil. They say like the eraser side of your pencil, but I'm just using the end of my spoon because that's what I have on hand right here. You could use your fingers too. Like when you plant seeds outside and you have garden gloves on, or maybe you don't have garden gloves on and you actually like to play in the dirt, then you just use your finger and poke them down into the soil. But what we're doing is kind of creating a little hole for our little seeds to live in until they get enough soil and or enough water and light that they want to sprout up and grow. There we go. Okay, cool. For best results, place the seeds behind your figures. That way you will still see them when the garden starts to grow. So now we need to put our figures in. Where did you go? Here you are. Okay, so I'm going to dry off the front of our container. So actually just go around all of here so you can see a little bit better as to what I'm doing. All right, so we're putting our cute little raccoon in. Hello, raccoon. So he is roasting marshmallows over the fire. And you want to push them in so they kind of stay in place. So I'm pushing down kind of hard so they do stay in place. Cute. Now I'm going to put more of my little glow in the dark sand around the top. And I'm doing this just because it's so cool when it does glow. Yeah. And then our blue. So that's going to look really cool. And I find using a flashlight, like a blacklight flashlight, and holding the blacklight flashlight at the side of your terrarium works really well to charge your sand. And not only your sand, but your stickers. So let's go ahead and put those on next. Okay, well, first we do need to spritz our seeds a little bit more. Get them going nice and comfortable in there. There we go. And then I'll wipe off the edge again. And then I'll close up the lid and we can put our stickers on. There. Okay, there you go, Mr. Raccoon. So like I was mentioning, our stickers are super cute. It's kind of like a little camping scene. And then up here you see the moon and some mushrooms, a tree, a bear, some bear prints, a little raccoon in a tent. So that's our raccoon friend. So you can decorate your terrarium however you would like. So go ahead and take some time and add your stickers. And again, if you don't have this kit at home, it's okay. You can just find whatever stickers you might have. There we go, the moon right up here. And sometimes the container you find, it might have decoration on it already. And that will work too. Or like washi tape, you could decorate using washi tape. And washi tape is that really cool decorative tape with all those really fun patterns. And that would be cool to use for a terrarium as well. A little fox. Hello, little fox friend. Where do you want to live? You can live right over here by the tree. Here's our fox friend. Our fox and our tree. I think we need some flowers in here too. I'll put the flowers right over by our raccoon. And some little mushrooms. The mushrooms will go in between the mountains and our camping tent. And then some flowers, some more flowers. There we go. Ooh, and a firefly. Of course we need a firefly. Fireflies are so magical. They just look like little fireworks in the summer as they go off. And then here's our awesome glow in the dark stickers so you can see. So they glow blue, and you can put these wherever you'd like as well. I'll have a shooting star right over here. And this heart constellation, I don't know if a heart constellation actually exists, but it would be magical if it did. And we have the Big Dipper, we have some other stars and some cool little planets. There's a lot to use to decorate here. And again, if you use a flashlight, I recommend a blacklight flashlight to charge up your glow-in-the-dark stickers and glow-in-the-dark sand, just because it's a different type of light than a regular flashlight. And don't forget to decorate the top as well. You can put more stickers up on top of your terrarium. And you don't have to use just the glow in the dark up top. You could use the regular colored ones too. Here we go. So friends out there, I'm curious, does anyone have a question about our terrarium making? If so, you can go ahead and type it in and Georgiana will let me know.
Well, I know we want to see a 360 once we're all done decorating.
Ooh, okay, that's a great idea.
And we do have a question on how long will the rocks glow for?
Oh, that's a great question. The rocks will glow usually a minute or two. They slowly fade until you charge them again. So it's not like they'll never glow again. Like they continue to glow as long as you continue to charge them. But that was a great question. I'm almost done putting all my stickers on. And I'm wondering, with all of my friends out there, has anyone made a terrarium before, or has anyone made this terrarium before? If you have, I would love to know. So go ahead and type in a big old yes or no if you've made a terrarium before, or if you've made this terrarium before. Okay, I've kind of run out of room for all my stickers. So we'll move all that out of the way. Now for a 360, and I'm going to hold up a piece of paper here so you can see it a little bit better because I have a dark shirt on. Excuse me. Let's do that. So here is our terrarium. And as I'm spinning it, all of my stickers are getting charged by the gigantic light that's facing me. So I am sure that you would love to see what a terrarium looks like once the grass and the chia seeds grow. So I'm going to move this one that we just did out of the way and show you one that I did beforehand. So look at this. Isn't this so cool? The grass is actually growing so tall. It's growing through the top of our terrarium. And then what else you see in here is the chia. So there's kind of like a level of chia right here. And then all the grass is growing up, up, up. So you can see this works really well. So I started this one, I want to say Wednesday of last week, or maybe Thursday of last week. So this chia and this grass grows really, really quickly. And as Georgiana zooms in here, you might actually be able to see down here, you can kind of see the roots of the grass and the roots of the chia. within the soil. And it's just really neat to see. So should we go ahead and turn off the lights and see if our glow in the dark stars show up? Let's do it. We'll get our overhead camera on here. Let's see if both of them will glow. Ooh. Ta-da! Yeah, okay, so you can see where the bright blue is. Those are glow in the dark stickers. And here's our grass coming through. And over here you can see as well. So these are glow in the dark stickers. And over to the side, you can actually see them glowing too. So it's really cool. And I think, I mean, it's not bright enough to be like a night light, but you can definitely see, oh, you can actually see on here. I wonder if we can do the front facing camera. You can see the glowing sand down here. So this is the blue sand and the purple sand glowing as well. So this is a really fun terrarium, especially if you really enjoy glow in the dark accents for your terrarium. All right, let's put our lights back on. All right, friends out there, do you have any questions on our terrarium?
Looks like we have one. How often should we mist it?
Okay, that is a great question. And I think here it will say, so in most cases, your garden will begin to sprout in 3 to 4 days. For best results, keep your terrarium in a warm, sunny place. And if your seeds are not sprouting, check to be sure the soil is damp and mist as needed. So basically, we want to keep our soil nice and moist. So if you spritz it one day and let it go and you check on it the next day and it looks all dry, spritz it as much as you did the last day and even more, because we want to keep it a nice, moist and warm environment inside of our terrarium in order for our seeds to grow. And as we said in the instructions, keeping it in a sunny place or, you know, where it's well lit will be very helpful for our seeds to grow. Over time, your garden will need to be replanted. So actually, this is what I did with this one. I had done a terrarium kit in the past. So I kept my seeds and both my chia and my wheatgrass seeds from the last terrarium I did. And I just cleaned out all of the dead grass and all the dead chia. And then I just replanted more seeds and spritzed it, and it worked. So that's how this one actually grew from a different kit. So, so definitely keep your chia seeds and your grass seeds so you can keep replanting it and regrowing a fun little terrarium. All right, any other questions? Did we get any answers if anyone else has ever made a terrarium out there?
A lot of times it's the first time.
Ooh, wow, okay, great. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining us. This is our Grow and Glow terrarium. And we do have some other terrarium type kits in Michael, so you might want to check out the Michael's website or stop into one of your Michael stores and see what else we have growing. Thank you for crafting with me, and I look forward to the next time. Bye-bye.